What is up, everybody? Welcome to some Gisa and Geralf Bonnie and Clyde zombie time. Hope you're ready. Get that graveyard running. Get some zombies up and running. Have some fun. Only zombie fun, though. Who is our... Uh-oh. Kumano? Master. Okay, deals... Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that. As far as opening hand goes, we've got Crypt, we've got Urborg, Halimar Depths. Yeah, this is okay. We're going to keep. Got a little flesh bag Marauder action. I am okay with this hand. And let's click OK so our opponent can do his thing. And let's get our command zone all set up. Oh, it got the snow-covered mountain too. Beautiful. I love it whenever. Hopefully, the rest of these mountains are snow-covered. But I love it when somebody plays a mono commander and it's looks good like that. Let's go Halimar Depths right now, and let's see what we got on the top three. Let's make the stack just a little bit bigger. Okay, so we've got Soul Separator, Rite of Replication, and Flooded Strand. I'm really not wild about any of those. So I'm probably going to go Soul Separator. Let's go Rite of Replication. Well, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 off the blue colored source right there. Yeah, I'm not really wild about it. We're just going to put right on top, grab that Flooded Strand, probably crack it, and then shuffle it back up. That's kind of not. I'm looking for a little bit more graveyard action going. But as far as the commanders go, we're playing Gisa and Geralf, so whenever they enter the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then, during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie card from your graveyard. Playing against Kumano, Master Yamabushi. For a colorless and a red, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage by Kumano this turn would die, exile it instead. Pretty sweet art right there, man. And yeah, it looks like he's got the matching snow-covered basics. Oh man, that's always good. So let's get down Misty. And is there anything we want to know? Nothing really we can do right now. We'll go and pass the turn. So next turn we have either Read the Bones or Ashnod's Altar. We may go for a little Read the Bones action, kind of throw those chicken bones out there, see what's going on. And but yeah, as far as my build of Gisa and Geralf, it's straight. Just get as much cards in the graveyard as we can, and have some fun, man. We got swinging in. We've got that 40 turn clock with that Spike Shot Elder out there. Spike Shot Goblin. Okay, let's go and crack this Misty so we can kind of shuffle away those cards. Rite of Replication is a nice card, but right now it's kind of not what we're wanting to do. Let's go Watery Grave so we don't have to shock it in later, and then yeah. Hit this over. Crypt Breaker. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. What do we want to do? If we go Fleshbag, he's going to sacrifice one of the creatures. He might go for some Crypt Breaker action, I think. Yeah, let's get down Flooded Strand. Let's go and crack that. Well, we don't have to crack it just yet. Yeah, let's go and go for a Crypt Breaker. Well, hold on. Let me double check. To target creature or player. And then you can activate that to blow up the Crypt Breaker. Let's go for some Read the Bones action. Let's start digging. Let's grab that Underground Seed. Let's get the Read the Bones going. Then we can kind of follow up with the Gisa and Geralf, Bloodstained Mire, and we're okay on lands right now, so we're going to put both of those on the bottom. Blood Artist and Soul Ring. Yes, that is actually pretty good. And then we still have 8 in our hand, so we can chunk one of these zombies into the graveyard. And let's see. Probably chunk Fleshbag right now, just because he gets Fleshbag out, he's going to probably sacrifice that Spike Shot Goblin. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get that in the graveyard. And then that way once we get down Gisa and Geralf, we'll have the option to recur it with them, and then we can get them to start sacrificing. I'm loving this deck, though, man. This is pretty sweet. It's nice seeing, like, that's not an old commander. Well, I guess technically it could be an old commander. But it's cool seeing, like, a finely tuned, obscure commander. Okay. Diagraph Captain. Okay, so let's go. If we go Soul Ring, then we can get down Gisa and Geralf, get down Crypt, and that'll come into play tap. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So let's get down the Crypt. Let's go for Soul Ring. Then we can use that colorless mana to get down Gisa and Geralf, kind of get a little bit more action in the graveyard black, and then double colorless. Alright, we're getting Spike-Shotted Goblin over there. So Gisa and Geralf come in, we're going to put the top 4 in our library. Zombie Master and Zulaport. Okay. And then we'll go and pass the turn. Okay. That braid of fire over there is going to be pretty interesting with all that mana. Now, as far as recurring stuff out of the graveyard, we do have Zombie Master, which will give all of our creatures Swamp Block. Once we get down Urborg, that's going to matter right there. But he just got down the Gorgon's Flail on the Spike Shot Goblin, so that's going to be a little A little tricky. It's almost like we need to get into some type of mass graveyard recursion. Okay, let's go and get down Urborg. The crypt is going to tap for, it's for each black creature. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 in there. Let's go for, how are we going to do this? Let's go for Crypt Breaker. Yeah, let's go for Diagraph Captain. Yeah, so let's add 2 right there. We're going to add 3 to our mana. Let's get down Diagraph Captain off that 1 black or blue right there. Let's go for Crypt Breaker. Let's get down some Blood Artist. Okay, then we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Okay, so he's got the Spike Shot Elder with the Gorgon's head on there, so basically it's just like a Goblin Sharpshooter. Since it's going to deal 1 damage, it has Death Touch. It's basically going to kill anything that it chooses to kill. Like that, Blood Artist. There we go. Get the Blood Artist trigger. Okay. But what we kind of need is I'd love to get into one of our tutors. That way we can get like a Living Death, or we do have Zombie Apocalypse where we can bring all of our zombies back out of the graveyard. He's still going to activate the Spike Shot. Let's see what he activates it on. Targeting Diagraph. Yeah, sure, go for that. We still have Crypt Breaker. And Crypt Breaker goes down due to the Spike Shot. Okay. So we go Grey Merchant. That'll get a little bit of life total right now. We can go for Gisa and Geralf again. Gisa and Geralf's going to cost 6. We do have a lot more black creatures in the graveyard now. Okay. We have no basic land, so it's going to come into play tapped. How do we want to sequence this? So we get down Sunken Hollow. So Crypt is going to be, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 now. So we can generate 6 off of that, still get down Gisa and Geralf, and get the Fleshbag Marauder out there. Let's go and do that. So we're going to add 2, do the black right there. I'm digging for it. I'm digging for it, buddy. Yeah, you know what's up. I wish we had it, man. So let's go Gisa and Geralf. So we're looking at blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4 mana left, and then we're gonna cast that Fleshbag out of the graveyard. Let's go Fleshbag, and then pay 2 more. We're gonna have to sacrifice a creature. Let's go and sacrifice the Fleshbag. That'll go back into the graveyard, and we still have Reanimate. Yeah, we can actually Reanimate on Fleshbag, and then take care of the Spike Shot. Now, he's still going to be able to get his commander down and put that Gorgon back on there. At least we're going to kind of just empty the board out right now. Yeah, I think I do like that play. I like the Reanimate on the Fleshbag. Okay, and let's go and do that again. Okay, they're both going to have to sacrifice a creature. We'll sacrifice the Fleshbag. He's going to have to get rid of the Spike Shot Elder. It's going to put him in a spot where he's going to have to get his commander down now. And we still have a ton of mana to generate it off that off our Crypt. We just need to get a little card draw up and running. And he's got that Braid of Fire going, but he has nothing to activate it with. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he doesn't have enough to get down the Crypt. Okay. Siege Gang Commander. Solid. Man, I love the art on the Siege Gang Commander. It looks so good. I like the other one. It's classic, but this one, it just looks, it screams old school Magic. Ugh, looks good. Love it. Okay. Stinkweed Imp. So we go Stinkweed. We'll still cast somebody out of the graveyard. Let's go Zombie Master. Let's go Zombie Master. So we're looking at black and black right there. Actually, let's do this a little bit differently. So we're going to add all that mana from the Crypt. Okay, we've got 7, so let's bring back the Zombie Master. That way we can start regenerating our targets. Let's go for Grey Merchant. 1, 2, 3, then 1 more. Let's tap this Urborg. Okay, so we'll get that life gain. He'll lose that life. Kind of just trade on that one. And I think right now we have 4 mana to regenerate our zombies. We'll lose Gisa and Geralf, but he may go for the Zombie Master. Do we want to swing in right now? I think we're okay with that. Yeah, because he's just going to pop the Gisa and Geralf since it's not a zombie, so we'll just go and swing in right now. Get him down to 30. And then let's go Stinkweed Imp. Yeah, since we only have 1 zombie out there, we can actually regenerate, and that's a great merchant. We'll just go and get down Stinkweed Imp. As just if he just wants to swing in, then we can at least block with Stinkweed Imp on one of those Goblin tokens. But like our opponent pointed out, we are very much looking for a Living Death. We've got a very nice setup for a Living Death. We have a Sack Outlet, we have Blood Artist, and we have Diagraph Captain and Zulaport. So we could get into a spot. We don't have a way to generate a bunch of creatures. Let's go and regenerate right now. Get that regeneration shield up and going. Okay, so Zombie Master gets blasted. Okay, bye-bye, Zombie Master. But he can put the Gorgon on there and sacrifice that last Goblin and take care of Gisa and Geralf. But we're generating so much mana off this crypt that, we'll see. But we're hell-bent with the Ashnod's Altar. I'd love to have some type of graveyard recursion or a tutor. But on a side note, guys, I do have this deck list up on MTGOTraders.com, so if you need to check it out, head on over there. You can build your own little zombie graveyard action, go for it. I love graveyard decks, man. It's a lot of fun. And I haven't played Gisa and Geralf in a long time, so I'm pretty excited about this game. Golgari Thug. Put target creature on top of your graveyard from your library. So we can get back Flesh Bag. It's going to come out there. He's going to have to sacrifice a creature. We're going to have to sacrifice a creature too. Or we can go for Zombie Master and kind of force him to start pinging Zombie Master. Because we can well, we only have 1 zombie out there. Yeah, let's go for Flesh Bag. Kind of like putting a little pressure on there. And so we're looking at black, double colorless. We're gonna have to sacrifice a creature. We'll just go into sacrifice Flesh Bag right now. Sacrifices that goblin. We can swing in with Gisa and Geralf. Yeah, let's go and do that. If he blocks with the CGA, cool. If he blocks with his commander, awesome. If not, we're getting in for 4. And that'll be 8 commander damage. Okay. Get on to 26. And since if a creature would die, it gets exiled, we're going to go ahead and get down Ashnod's Altar. That way we can start sacrificing in response to some of this. So we're looking at 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's not going to matter because we're not going to activate it right there. Alright, so we get down to Ashnod's Altar. Now that's going to allow us to protect our creatures from getting blasted by his commander and exiling them with the Death Touch over there. He's got 5, man. That braid over there, that's putting in some work. Okay, so let's go and sacrifice. Add 2 colorless. Yeah, that's a good timing on the Ashnod's Altar, just because, yeah, with his commander, it's going to exile our creatures, which we want them in the graveyard. We want them to have a nice little home in the graveyard. And this looks like it's going up top to us. Okay, drops down to 32. And he can tap 1 more land to take advantage of it. We'll see if he does. But yeah, as far as my Gisa and Geralf deck, it's it's just straight graveyard zombies with mass recursion, mass graveyard recursion. It's always fun. Yeah, when Gisa and Geralf was printed, it was yeah, it was pretty cool, man. You're not setting the commander scene on fire, but it's still a fun commander to play with. And one of the common questions I get asked whenever I play Gisa and Geralf is, what are your thoughts on Gisa and Geralf and Grimgrin, the zombie circus? Or that's the name of my commander, is the Zombie Circus. I feel like they're 2 different decks. Grimgrin, you still both have kind of like you can go a sacrifice outlet type thing. It's just different. Both of them are different. They're black-blue zombie kind of focus type stuff. But with Gisa and Geralf, you can just go full in graveyard. You can go all in graveyard. Whereas with Grimgrin, you kind of need to be a little bit careful with what you're doing. All right, so he's swinging for 4. I don't think we want to dredge right now. Mana Crypt. Okay. Not the best. We can still let's go ahead and let's just keep this Flesh Bag up. We need to keep our opponent down. So let's go. There's nothing else. Well, we can get down Golgari Thug. When it dies, we'll have to put something on top, which is not really something I want to do right now. We could, yeah. Let's get down Golgari Thug. So let's add the 2 colorless. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter how we do that. We don't have to do the crypt right there. So let's go ahead and let's bring back flesh bag. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're just gonna have to sacrifice a creature. I think I may go and sacrifice the Gray Merchant. That way we can bring him back out and kind of gain a little bit of life right there. He can activate his commander to blast one of our creatures, but luckily we have that Ashnod's Altar, so let's see what he does in response. Okay. Blast that creature right there. Let's go and sacrifice it. We're going to have to sacrifice Great Merchant now. Which we're okay with. We wanted that in the graveyard anyway. And we've still got 2 colorless. Let's go and get down Golgari Thug. Use that colorless right there. And we're just going to hold on to Mana Crypt. We're in a spot now to where we just have a ton of mana. And dying to a Mana Crypt trigger doesn't sound that fun to me. So let's go and swing in right now. That's going to be, I'm pretty sure that's 12 commander damage we've dealt so far. Alright, 22. Yeah, 12 total commander damage. Okay. And then that's it. We're not going to get down Mana Crypt. Don't want to lose to a Mana Crypt trigger. So I'm going to get my little commander die out. Keep track of our commander damage. So that's 12. Okay. Yeah, so with Golgari Thug, if he goes to blast the Golgari Thug, we can get the flesh bag on top and cast it and then recast it with Gisa and Geralf out on the graveyard. Okay, yeah, let's go and do that. We'll go and sacrifice the Golgari Thug. And to put a creature on top, let's put the flesh bag Marauder on top. And then if he wants to blast Gisa and Geralf, sure, go for it. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and sacrifice Gisa and Geralf in response to that. Okay, goes back to the command zone. Alright, have at it, man. Click OK. Okay, and let's double check. I think we've dealt 12 total commander damage. Let me change out my dies real quick. And I think this will be 8 commander damage that we've been dealt by our opponent. Definitely want to keep up with it. Yep, 8 total commander damage. Okay, so we got 8 and 12. But we do have flesh bag on top, and we can recast Gisa and Geralf. But if he doesn't get another creature, ooh, Vandal Blast, that's pretty good. Yeah, nothing we can do in response. Sure, go for it. Now we're gonna have enough mana to recast Gisa and Geralf and get down Fleshback Marauder and recast it, and he has no mana to activate his commander. So, okay, let's get Gisa and Geralf back up here. So we're drawing the Fleshback. Don't want to dredge right now. Draw Fleshback. Let's go ahead and add that tap right here. Tap the Soul Ring. So we've got 9 mana. Let's go ahead and let's go for Fleshbag. So we're each going to have to sacrifice a creature. We sacrifice that. He's going to sacrifice probably that one right there. Let's go Gisa and Geralf. Yeah, this is pretty dirty. I don't like recurring flesh bags, but man, with the pinging Death Touch creature over here, we kind of got to do what we got to do. Okay, so put the top 4 in there. And then let's bring back a flesh bag again. So we're looking at black. And then we'll sacrifice the flesh bag. Sacrifice the commander. There we go. Okay. Once again, hold on to Mana Crypt. We are at 23. Not the best thing in the world. Now, we hit Buried Alive. Grimgrin's in the graveyard. Untabs. Whenever it attacks a short target creature. So we can definitely get Grimgrin up and running. But let's see. He's a little tight on mana. He's only got 4 lands. We are on turn 11. So that is unfortunate for our opponent. I don't want to dredge right now. Vengeful Dead. Okay. Let's go ahead and swing in right now for 4. That's going to be 16 total commander damage. Moving my die right there. And what do we want to bring back? We can bring back Grimgrin. So we're looking at, I don't know how many times our opponent's commander has been blasted. Let's go ahead and go Grimgrin, Corpseborn. So we're looking at, man, Crypt is just an insane card. So we got 11 right there, so let's go Grimgrin out of the graveyard. So we're looking at blue. And then let's go for Vengeful Dead. And then I think that'll be it. Okay. So we can sacrifice the Vengeful Dead. He's going to lose a life. Then we can swing him and get some Geralf and Grimgrin, hopefully. With that Braid of Fire, he has no way to take advantage of that extra mana. At least right now. Now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many trips our opponent's commander has made to the command zone. I think that's been 2, possibly. It's going to be 6. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough mana to get down his commander and get the Gorgon's head on there. But with Grimgrin, we have sacrificed another creature, so we can at least sacrifice some creatures to get him into the graveyard. We can't sacrifice Grimgrin to himself, unfortunately, but we get into a spot now where we can sacrifice that Vengeful Dead and then start swinging in. Looks like he threw up the good game, so might be scooping it up. Yep, scoops it up right there. Yeah, Fleshbag, recurring Fleshbag is not one of my favorite commander lines to go for, but unfortunately, when you've got a pinging death touch creature over there, you got to do what you got to do. So I've been on the other end of a recurring Fleshbag, and it's just not fun. But yeah, like I said, with pinging death touch, you kind of got to do what you got to do. So, all right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.